Okay, I want to share with you guys really quickly how to do a customer delivery service order for when you are doing discounts or somebody gives you an order and you don't have inventory that you're handing to them. And you're just going to have the company send it direct to them. So, my customers love my shop because it is so fast. They can jump on there, they can put their order in, the company processes the card, packages the order, and ships it directly to them. So they get it super fast, and then they take my profits and deposit it right into my bank account. So it's a win win for everybody. But there are times when you need to actually put an order in yourself because you're not doing an across the board discount or across the board free shipping or something like that. So, for instance, for me personally, I do my pink perks. Most of you guys know about that. And if you don't, you are more than welcome to comment in the video or reach out and ask me questions and I can tell you about it. But for every $50 a customer spends, they get to choose an item at 50% off that's on my monthly pink perks sheet. So they might just be doing a $50 order and getting one pink perk, or maybe they're spending $250 and they're getting five pink perks. But nonetheless, that is not going to work for them to just jump onto my shop and order it themselves. So I'm going to jump onto Mary Kay and Touch and I'm going to order it for them. Now, there is one important thing to note, and that is you cannot use the stripe that is used for processing marykay.com / whatever your My Shop is orders. That is strictly just for your My Shop. So you will need another way to get payment from your customers. So whether that be something like Venmo, Facebook Pay, maybe they're in person and they're giving you cash or check, or my personal favorite and one that I use all the time is Square. So I do need to be very transparent and tell you that what I'm about to share is actually a referral based program where you could sign up under a link that I give you, and I'll put it in the comments, and you can get $1,000 of charges with zero fees. And when you use my referral link, I also get that. So I want to be very transparent that if you choose to do it, you and I are both going to benefit from it. That being said, why do I love Square? So Square can be used on an app on my phone. It can be used on my laptop. It securely saves my customers' card numbers who want me to have their card information. And as all I see is the last four digits. So it's not like I can see everything. It is highly encrypted and is set up to email them a receipt as soon as I charge them. So it is really handy for those customers that I have their cards on file. I can oftentimes I'll use my cell phone. I'll open the app, I'll enter the charge, I'll put a little thank you note, select them, and tell it to charge. It immediately emails them a receipt with that customized note that I put on there, and the funds are immediately available. Now, if they don't want me to have their card, that's totally okay because whether I'm using my laptop version or I'm using it on my cell phone, there's this wonderful feature where I can text, email, or my favorite that I use all the time is I just copy the payment link and I send it to them and however we're conversing, and they are able to click and pay. And right back to it, as soon as they pay, those funds are immediately available for my use on my debit card. So Square is, in a sense, its own legitimate legal bank. You will be given a routing number and an account number. You can have multiple savings accounts. You can have all kinds of stuff done, and they will mail you, if you'd like, a debit card that you can use. And that's what I use is I use that debit card immediately as soon as my customer pays me if I'm needing to do this customer delivery service order. So I think I've kind of answered those questions. If you have any more questions about that type of a payment or the Square, please reach out and let me know. But that's actually that's part of, I guess, what I'm about to share, but you could use your own credit card, your own debit card, all those things. What you never want to do is use your customer's card to do your CDS orders because the CDS order is charging just the consultant cost. There is no way for you to say it's $150, so it's $75 in products because you're active. And who's paying the shipping, all those things. There's no way to do that for this. So you need to make sure that you're not using your customer's card for the payment on this screen I'm about to share. So let me go ahead without further ado and share my screen. So this is what your In Touch is going to look like or very similar to it when you log in. And so you're going to click My Customers, and it's going to open your customers list when you do that. And I'm going to zoom in because I don't really want you guys to necessarily get to see all of my customers for privacy issues. And I'm going to start typing in Abby's name. And there she is, my very first one. So I'm going to click on Abby. And from this screen, I'm going to click Add Order. It's got today's date. This is what's really important. You need to tell it that you want customer delivery service. That means that you're going to pay Mary Kay directly for the cost. Again, not the cost that it's costing your customer, but the cost that it's costing you using your own card. And so if you used their card, they would be paying your cost. There's no way for them to pay differently. If you are using In Touch to track all your orders, that and you have inventory that you're giving your customer the product from, that's when you're going to click it here. But we're using this customer delivery service, and we're going to scroll down, and you have the option to go through all the different categories and or just do a search. So I know that she wants a mint bliss. It's the second one right here. And I also know, so I can just X right there. And I also know that she wants the After Sun. And she actually wants two of them. So I'm going to click on that twice. And if I scroll down, I can make sure, where are we at? There we go, that there are two of them on there. Now, when you are doing a customer delivery service, you have the option to send 2 free samples. And I always highly recommend this because this is something that the company does for us. Now, the fortune's in the follow-up. If you don't follow up with these customers, then these customers about the sample that you gave them, then it truly is just that, a little sample treat. And it's very unlikely that you will get a sale. So they also have paid samplers, but we're looking at the no cost samplers. And you can scroll through and see, you can get lookbooks, you can get all kinds of, there's 4 pages of different samples that you can put in there, and you're allowed to have 2 of them. Because this is my daughter, she is using all that she needs, has everything, and our extra molate night cream is hands down the best diaper rash medicine ever. Not to mention is great for cuts and scrapes, whether it be on yourself or your animals. I actually am sending her 2 of those because she will use them in the diaper bag. She'll keep them in the car to make sure that she's got extra if she needs to put it under a bandage or something, or if my grandchild needs to have a little bit in his diaper. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll down and confirm. I have 1 of those, 2 of those, and my personal 2 samples that I wanted free. I chose that. So I'm just going to continue to scroll down. If it was a gift, you could click that it's a gift here. Order notes will not be shared to your customers. And you're going to click continue to CDS. And so it's going to take me right to checkout. And on this screen, I'm going to see my cost. My total retail is over here, but my cost of the order is here. And this is assuming that I am paying the shipping at the moment. When I change that, this is still the total cost. But it actually has a spot where it's going to ask you who's paying the shipping so that Mary Kay can properly track things for our taxes. But this is going to be the cost that's going to be charged to the card, unless there was sales tax to be added, which in Oregon there is not. So I'm going to click checkout. And it tells me that I've qualified for a 50% discount. Sometimes if there's other things that I qualify for, it'll tell me there. Continue. And for the shipping, you can see on here, You have standard shipping and premium shipping. The difference in this is that standard is going to go from FedEx to the local post office, and they will deliver it to the post office, and then the USPS will deliver it to the person. And so for $2 more, it never leaves FedEx until it's given directly to the customer, which means it can be several days faster to do that. And you have the options of I'm going to pay the shipping, or standard, my customer is going to pay the shipping. And same with premium. Premium, I will pay, premium customer will pay. Customer will pay. And the reason for this is that Mary Kay needs to see my daughter is not in a hurry for these. So we'll put, there we go. So the reason for this is because Mary Kay, if I put I pay the shipping, then they're tracking that for me for my tax purposes, versus if she's paying the shipping, then they will not include it on all of my tax stuff. So they just help simplify things for us. So let me open the screen back up a little bit bigger here. This is what you're going to see. And you have to click this button or it will not let you do anything farther. And it's going to break it down over here. The total cost of the order is $32.95. There's $54 in retail section 1 items with a 50% discount means that the cost of the products were $27. There's the $5.95 shipping in that. So again, this is what it needs to charge my card, and you can see it right here. You can use up to 4 different cards to pay for your order, which can be handy when you are doing large, like your inventory orders and things. I don't think I have ever used it personally on little customer delivery items, but FYI, you can use that. And so you would just change this amount to whatever it was you needed to charge the card up to that amount, but not above. And so you click that button and then you go ahead and tell it, oops, there we go. And you tell it continue. And it's going to have you enter your card information. And from there, you'll be able to go ahead and confirm and complete your purchase. So if you have any questions, I am here for you. Reach out and let me know, and I am happy to walk you through any more of it. Thanks so much for watching.